Good day, everybody. Welcome to the Bible in a Year 2021. We are on day 259, and we are finishing off Daniel today. Daniel chapters 10, 11, and 12. It's kind of frustrating to look at Daniel in this kind of setting because Daniel deserves a great deal of study, And trying to give an overview like this just doesn't do it justice. But let's just finish off the way we've been doing this. So in Daniel chapter 10, verse 1, we can see he's under Cyrus now. And under Cyrus, he receives more vision. In the third year of Persia's King Cyrus, a message was revealed to Daniel, who was called Belshazzar. The message was true. There would be a great conflict. Daniel understood the message, having discerned the meaning of the vision. So in this case, this vision that was given to him at this time, he understands this meaning. And you remember the significance of Cyrus. It was in the first year of Cyrus that he declared that the Israelites were allowed to go back to their land and build the temple. So Daniel's probably way too old now, up around 89 or so. Too old to be able to travel back. And we read this in verse 2. During that time, the time that he receives this vision, I, Daniel, have been mourning for 3 weeks. We're not really given the understanding of why he was mourning. Was he mourning because of something that was happening in Jerusalem? Was he mourning because he couldn't go back? Was he mourning because somebody had died that was very important to him? Was he mourning because of the weight of the visions that had been given to him? Don't know. But we do know that these visions are weighing very, very heavy on him. This chapter makes it that so clear. And today, I think so often we take these visions so lightly. And it could be because we're not as engaged as Daniel was. Daniel, remember, he mourned over some of the prophecies he had to give to King Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar, who had brought him into exile, Nebuchadnezzar, who had enslaved him. Yet Daniel had compassion and mercy and tenderness towards this king. And I'm sure that Daniel was the sort of person who had that with everybody around him. And he feels these things. He feels it. So we read in verse 7 to 10, only I, Daniel, saw this vision. The other people who were with me didn't see it. Despite that, they were terrified and ran away to hide. So they sensed something. They just couldn't see the vision. So I was left alone to see this great vision all by myself. All my strength left me. My energy was sapped, and I couldn't stay strong. Then I heard, just that I couldn't stay strong. Then I heard the sound of the man's words. When I heard it, I fell into a trance with my face on the ground. But then a hand touched me, lifted me up to my hands and knees. And the man said to me in verse 12, "Don't be afraid, Daniel. Because from the day you first set your mind to understand things and to humble yourself before your God, your words were heard. I've come because of your words." So Daniel had been trying to understand these visions, and he humbled himself. I'm sure that humbling before the Lord, Daniel was a very humble man, never took credit for anything. But this humbling could have been that I don't have the knowledge for this. I can't understand this. So Lord, I submit myself to you. Because I can't do this, but you can. That's a humility that's there. Verse 13 to 14 in chapter 10 really shows us that there can be delays to prayers that we don't understand. We read, "For 21 days, the leader of the Persian kingdom blocked my way. But then Michael, one of the highest leaders, came to help me. I left Michael there with the leader of the Persian kingdom, but I've come to you I've come to help you understand what will happen to your people in the future, because there is another vision concerning that time. In verse 16 to 17, we have this very, very reasonable question from Daniel. But then someone who looked like a human being touched my lips. Then I opened my mouth and spoke, saying to the person standing in front of me, "My Lord, the vision bothered me deeply, and I couldn't stay strong during it. So how can I, my Lord's servant, speak with you, my Lord? Even now, there's no strength in me. I can barely breathe. So I couldn't handle the vision. So how am I going to handle speaking to you face to face?" And then we see this incredible, beautiful scene that I think all of us can relate to in verses 18 to 19. The one who looked like a human being touched me again and gave me strength. He said, "Don't be afraid. You are greatly treasured. All will be well with you. Be strong." Man, every statement is an encouraging statement. Don't be afraid. Encouragement. You are greatly treasured. Man, to hear that, how encouraging that will be. All will be well with you. And then be strong. As he spoke to me, I suddenly felt strong. I felt strong. Then I said, "My Lord can go on because you've made me strong." Verses 20 to 21, we see that the warfare is ongoing. It's Gabriel. Then he said, "Do you know why I have come to you? Now I must go back to fight the leader of Persia. As I leave, the leader of Greece will come. But I will tell you what is written in the scroll of truth. No one stands strong with me against these leaders except your leader, Michael." So we can't even begin to imagine the things that are taking place all around us. Then skipping over all the stuff that's contained in verse 11, all that vision prophecy that's there, going to chapter 12, verse 1. At that time, Michael, the great leader who guards your people, will take his stand. It will be a difficult time. Nothing like it has ever happened since the nations first appeared. But at that time, every one of your people who is found written in the scroll will be rescued. That's us. We will be part of those people because we've been grafted in. And then we see this image of the resurrection of the believers. And it's exactly what we find in our New Testament text as well. The same vision that first it will be those who have died who will be raised up, and then we will meet with them in the sky to greet Jesus. Many of those who sleep in the dusty land will wake up, some to eternal life, others to shame and eternal disgrace. And then there's the rewards in verse 3. Those skilled in wisdom will shine like the sky. Those who lead many to righteousness will shine like the stars forever and always. And here we see all the things that were given to Daniel are sealed. Now, whether it's sealed in a physical way or spiritually, as in these things will not be explained until the end of days. But you, Daniel, must keep these words secret, seal the scroll until the end time. Many will stray far, but knowledge will increase. Many will stray far. And then the last bit, Daniel's encouraged just to finish his race, his part of it. Don't worry yourself too much about these future things. Just complete your days. Now, as for you, go on to the end. You will rest and will stand to receive your reward at the end of days. It's amazing. Daniel is amazing. I tell you, it's an amazing book. Daniel himself is an amazing man. So be encouraged, press on. The end will come eventually. It's not us who will determine that. We just serve every single day with all of our heart and faithful to the tasks that have been given to us. You guys be blessed today, be encouraged, and we will catch up with each other tomorrow. God bless.